It started on a rainy evening, the kind of night perfect for a movie marathon. Sarah settled onto the couch with a bowl of popcorn, her two cats, Milo and Luna, curled up nearby. She had seen a trend online, pet owners recording their cats' reactions to scary movies, and decided tonight. She dimmed the lights, pulled a blanket over her legs, and queued up a classic horror film. The opening credits rolled, eerie music filling the room. Milo's ears twitched, his wide eyes fixed on the glowing screen. Luna, usually the calmer one, slowly raised her head, as if sensing something unsettling in the air. The first jump scare arrived sudden, screaming paired with a dark figure darting across the screen. Sarah nearly spilled her popcorn as Milo leapt straight into the air, tail puffed up like a bottle brush. Luna hissed at the television, swatting one paw as if she could chase away the shadowy figure. Sarah burst into laughter, quickly grabbing her phone to capture their hilarious reactions. As the movie grew darker, the cat stayed glued to the screen. Every creak of a door or eerie whisper made Milo shuffle closer to Sarah, pressing against her side for safety. Luna, on the other hand, took on the role of protector, sitting tall on the armrest, and glaring at the TV like she was ready to fight off whatever monster dared show itself next. The final scene brought the loudest scare of all, a sudden scream and a monstrous figure filling the screen. Sarah jumped. Milo bolted under the coffee table and Luna let out a long growl before retreating behind the couch. The room fell silent except for Sarah's uncontrollable laughter. When the credits rolled, Milo cautiously peeked out, his green eyes darting around as if making sure the danger was gone. Luna reappeared with her tail flicking in irritation, clearly unimpressed with the evening's entertainment. Sarah gave them both a handful of treats as an apology, still giggling at their unforgettable reactions. By the end of the night, the Cats Watching Scary Movie Challenge had delivered exactly what she hoped for: a mix of suspense, comedy, and the undeniable charm of her two furry movie critics. Sarah uploaded the video clips later that night, stitching together the funniest moments. Milo's dramatic mid-air leap, Luna's fearless swats at the TV, and both cats vanishing during the final jump scare made for the perfect highlight reel. She added some spooky background music and cheeky captions like "when the monster shows up and you weren't ready." Within hours, the video started gaining traction online. Comments poured in. "Milo's tail is the funniest thing I've ever seen." Luna's brave little growls, she thought she could take the monster on herself. These cats are better actors than most horror movie stars. By the next morning, the clip had gone viral. Sarah was shocked to see thousands of shares and even a few horror fan pages reposting her cat's reactions. Milo and Luna, who were still curled up innocently as if nothing had happened, had unknowingly become internet sensations. That evening, Sarah decided to take things further. She announced a new video, Cats Watching Scary Movie Challenge, Part 2. This time, she chose an even scarier film with louder effects. The setup was the same: popcorn, blanket, dim lights, but the cats were already suspicious. Milo lingered near the hallway, as if remembering the chaos from last time. Luna perched on the back of the couch, eyes narrowed like a general preparing for battle. As the first scene played, Milo cautiously approached, ears twitching, while Luna leaned forward, utterly fixated. The next scare sent Milo dashing back under the table, while Luna boldly pawed at the screen again, as if trying to swipe the villain away. Sarah couldn't stop laughing, tears rolling down her cheeks. The second video ended up funnier than the first, and by the next week, Milo and Luna weren't just pets, they were rising stars of the scary movie challenge trend. Sarah began receiving messages from fans asking which movie they should watch next, even suggestions for themed costumes. What started as a rainy night experiment had turned into something bigger: two cats conquering the world of horror. One jump scare at a time. Sarah hadn't planned for any of this. What began as a silly rainy night experiment had snowballed into something far bigger. Within 2 weeks, Milo and Luna's videos had racked up millions of views. A pet brand reached out, offering free toys if she'd feature them in the Scary Movie Challenge. A popular YouTuber even invited her to collaborate, suggesting a Cats vs. Dogs Horror Night special. At first, Sarah was overwhelmed. She was just a regular cat mom with a phone, not someone chasing fame. But every time she watched her cat's hilarious reactions, she realized people weren't just laughing at the jump scares. They were falling in love with Milo's timid little hops and Luna's fearless glares. The next Saturday, Sarah decided to go all in. She decorated the living room like a mini home theater. Fake cobwebs, plastic spiders, and even a red lamp to mimic a spooky glow. She set up her camera properly this time, balancing it on a tripod for the best angles. When the movie started, Milo once again proved he was the nervous one. Hiding behind the couch pillow as ominous violins screeched through the speakers, Luna, however, strutted straight up to the screen, her tail flicking as though she was daring the villain to try something. The big moment came halfway through the film. An especially loud scare made Milo leap onto Sarah's lap, digging his claws into her blanket for safety. Luna puffed up dramatically, arched her back, and then, in a move that sent Sarah into uncontrollable laughter, pounced at the TV with both paws. The video exploded online. Fan edits popped up almost instantly. Someone slowed down Milo's jump in dramatic slow motion with horror sound effects, while another creator added boxing gloves animations to Luna as she swatted at the screen. Soon, Sarah was getting offers for interviews and podcast appearances. People wanted to know all about the cats' personalities, their favorite snacks, and of course, their movie-watching habits. Milo and Luna had gone from sleepy house pets to official internet stars. But through it all, Sarah kept the same routine. Rainy nights still meant popcorn, blankets, and spooky movies. For her, it was in tea about the fame or the views. It was about sharing the joy of her two furry companions. And as Milo cuddled close and Luna stood guard against imaginary monsters, Sarah couldn't help but smile. Because while horror movies terrified her cats, the real world seemed a lot less scary when they were by her side.